So this is where I feel that I feel we are moving to a future because the Overton window has shifted so much that a very viable center-left alternative will be actually a pro-Hindu one in the future. And I think Aam Aadmi Party was going in that direction, So I think they were making the right moves in that sense.
See, Vineet, honestly speaking, and I think a lot of people have mentioned this in the past, right? BJP is not a right-wing party. Let's be very honest. It is a left-wing party.
Yeah, of course.
Economically, it's left-wing. In terms of, a lot of the caste politics they are doing is left-wing. The only thing right-wing is, of course, quite a tough stance on nationalism, on security, on culture. They are definitely not anti-Hindu. They are pro, the faith.
Yeah.
And they're pro-secularism, genuine secularism.
Yeah.
So now what is happening in India, this is a mistake Congress is making, right? If this is the line of Indian politics, this is left-wing, this is right-wing. During the Vajpayee time, what happened was, Vajpayee might have been, you can say, center-right, right? This is the one, Vajpayee would have been somewhere here. Congress at that time would have been slightly further left. So Vajpayee, because he did so many good things, unfortunately, some of the benefits did not reach the last man. As Congress even today accuse, Modi ji of not reaching. But now what is happening is, this is the line. Congress has gone so far left. From here, they are now almost here. BJP is here, right? So now what is happening is, all BJP has to do, all the Prime Minister has to do is, go further left. Because the Congress is here, go further left, the entire right-wing or the centre-right space will go to BJP. So that is the colossal mistake that Rahul Gandhi is making. BJP as a party is not right-wing at all.
Yeah.
Economically, it's completely not. I mean, demonetization.
Of course.
Demonetization is the most anti-right-wing move you can think of.
Yeah.
Economically. So, they've done excellent work. And this is again where Modi ji wins, right? He is not a conventional right-wing leader the way, people say Trump is, Erdogan is, Bolsonaro is, or even the new Argentinian guy that has come, Javier Milei. Right? He's not. He is a very, very centrist, you can say center-left leader, socially speaking, who will also take certain, tough nationalistic decisions in terms of security and in terms of, the country's integrity and so on.
So my point is,
he is a conventional or Indic leader who is looking after the interests of Bharat right now and, of the larger country, not just his voters, of the larger country.
That is fine. But do you see then a possibility that if a left-wing party, when I say left, maybe further left to the BJP, becomes an alternative if it adopts those cultural stances? That I think could be a real threat, which Aam Aadmi Party was getting in the direction of.
Which is what AAP tried. If you recall Atashi, what she said, right? She said that if the CA is implemented, all the Bangladeshis will come and take away your jobs. It was quite a Hindutva statement, so to speak. It was a populist Hindutva statement, the kind you associate a BJP leader to do. So AAP has very cleverly, in many respects, taken the Hindutva, or a pro-Hindu position in certain matters, very certain, matters just to get the populist agenda. But in reality, they are completely left-wing. And they are not pro-Hindu at all, as we saw in the, the flirtings with Khalistanis in Punjab in 2017 and whatnot. So if a new opposition, I would say if a new Congress emerges, which breaks away from the, the current Rahul Gandhi scenario, it could be anybody. It could be the G23 making a new party. It could be, a strong regional leader, maybe Ashok Gehlot or someone coming. If they can get the Congress rank and file on board, it's very tough because the Congress rank and file is beholden to the Gandhi family. So if they can break hold of that and if they can become not an anti-national, a nationalistic left-of-center party, which is further left from BJP, but at the same time not extreme left, they have a decent chance of pulling things. Because anti-incumbency will take a toll. I mean, right now we're in 2024, 10 years after Modi ji has come to power. In 29, if Modi ji again stands for election, 15 years from now, there will definitely be people who are not happy because it's just a law of the world. If you're my boss for 2 years, I might be happy. If you're my boss for 5 years, there will be more grudges. If you're my boss for 10 years, there will definitely be grudges. Because it's just the way things work in life.
So I'm not that bad a boss. My team should know that. But coming to, Delhi, I think, will it be 6-1 or 7-0?
I think 7-0. Straight sweep. In fact, Delhi is a place where a lot of people feel And, BJP supporters make a lot of fun of this word masterstroke. But honestly, arresting Kejriwal, the more you look at the data on the ground, it is a masterstroke, because the Congress cadres, the workers, some of them, and of course, the average person who would vote for Congress, who didn't like Kejriwal, except the Muslim community and maybe a little bit of the, Christians and Sikhs, they are all gravitating towards BJP. There was a strong anti-Kejriwal vote in Delhi, which used to get divided between Congress and BJP, which is now going to come to BJP because of the alliance. The moment AAP made the alliance with Congress, the moment Congress made the alliance with AAP, it has destroyed a lot of the Congress party in Delhi. Because the average Congress worker does not like Prime Minister Modi, but he or she does not also like Kejriwal. That is a mistake that they have made. It's a colossal mistake.
Okay. So let's just talk about MP as well. 29 seats. And Chindwara, there were talks of Kamal Nath switching parties, but it didn't happen. His son is standing. Now, what exactly is going to happen? Are they winning 28 or 29, or is it going to be less than 28?
So, we know that Guna is a seat where Jyotiradittya Scindia is contesting from. There were talks that he would contest Gwalior, but Gwalior did not. It's Guna now. And Shivraj Chauhanji is contesting Vidisha, which is Sushma Swarajji's old seat, and it's a very safe seat for BJP. It's a very, very easy seat. The only seat, as you said, where there's a contest is Chindwara. But Chindwara, Nakul Nath did not win by that big a margin last time. So I think this time, even if he joins, who knows? After election, he might, he and a bunch of, leaders might join BJP. Or in terms of voting, he might, not vote with Congress in the Lok Sabha. But I think the things are sorted for BJP. If he probably joined before the elections, I think the local cadres might have got, quite upset. That's probably why it didn't happen. But irrespective whether he wins or loses, BJP has control of that seat. Because I think now I don't think anybody in the Gandhi family trusts Kamal Nath after what he did. I mean, we know the statements he made. Once such a thing happens, the leader has lost trust of the people. I mean, of your party, your voters, your cadre, it's gone.
Okay, so the most important state, since we are sitting in that state, Maharashtra. And before I talk about Maharashtra, and there, a lot of people here are Fadnavis fanboys. So I will ask that question. What's going on with Fadnavis?
Devendra Fadnavis, and this is nothing to do with, my like or dislike or your like or dislike. He has improved Mumbai's infrastructure, Nagpur's infrastructure as well, through help of the MP, Nitin Gadkariji, a lot. Devendra Fadnavis has been a huge leader for Maharashtra, not just in the urban area of, Mumbai and of MMR. You can take your Kalyan and your Thane, but about Marathwada as well. Because if you look at Sharad Pawarji's politics, the last 10, 15, 20, 30 years, the entire focus in Maharashtra, when they have ruled, when the NCP Congress has ruled, when Ashok Chavan was a chief minister, when Prithviraj Chavan was a chief minister, before that Vilas Rao Deshmukh and Shishir Kumar Shinde, the entire focus was Western Maharashtra. Your Baramati, your Pune, your, those areas. Marathwada was really, didn't get much. This time what Fadnavis ji did in his first term as chief minister, the entire, water linking scheme, the river linking scheme, that would have done wonders if he kept power. The problem is in those 2.5 years of MVA, when Uddhav Thackeray was the chief minister, every project was, put on hold, except the coastal road, which they did it. Every other project was put on hold. And it was very sad because the people lost, that much of infrastructure growth and everything else. If Devendra ji was the chief minister even after 2019, a lot of the metros and all would have, been done like this. So it is not more than a loss for Devendra Fadnavis, it is a loss for Maharashtra. Devendra Fadnavis honestly is by far the most capable leader and administrator in Maharashtra.
But where is he heading in terms of his political graph? He's popular, he's doing a lot of work, but there's something that's missing. There's something that's not adding up, like the whole story of, firstly, the whole, Ajit Pawar, once it didn't go through, Midnight Alliance, and then it broke. As well as, after that, of course, he broke the opposition parties are in disarray because of some of the moves that he made well, but still, deputy CMC, there were so many challenges that he's faced, right? So something just seems off, and I still want to ask you there, what's been off? Something just doesn't add up, right?
power is knowledge. Knowledge is power, rather. So I can't reveal, too much about this. But there are definitely some power equations going on in Maharashtra BJP. And even the Maharashtra BJP leaders would admit that it is not a united house. There are too many factions in Maharashtra BJP. And now, of course, we have seen Devendra ji getting more and more control, especially with the Lok Sabha candidates. If you look at some of the candidates, Mihir Kotecha is a close ally of Devendra ji. Then some of the other contestants as well are, very close to the man. So he is getting some of his mojo back. But what happened in 2019, the betrayal of Uddhav Thackeray, unfortunately, which was outside Devendra Fadnavis's hands, because BJP, the Mahayuti in 2019 got a majority. Let's be very clear.
Yeah.
Devendra Fadnavis as Chief Minister got a majority with his face, and of course Modi ji's face in Maharashtra in 2019 as an alliance. The pre-poll alliance was BJP, Shiv Sena, RPI, and of course, some very, very local small parties. So they got the majority. But then the betrayal has definitely cost him a lot, because now what happened was they, got Shinde as the CM. Fadnavis had to become from CM to deputy CM, which is not good for anyone. I mean, nobody will like that. So now we will see in the assembly elections. I think the main game in Maharashtra is not Lok Sabha, it's assembly elections. Lok Sabha, I mean, I had mentioned, even on Twitter, on my X account, some time back, that BJP will win 45 out of 48, or rather N.D.A will win 45 out of 48. And I still maintain that they will win at least 40 seats. I think 45 out of 48 is a distinct possibility, because, the Modi factor is huge in Maharashtra. He's an OBC, and Maharashtra has a lot of OBC votes. But the assembly elections will be the main test. And right now in Maharashtra, I don't think anybody can say that we will definitely win the assembly elections. N.D.A are favorites, but anything can happen. The Marathi identity, which Shiv Sena and Sharad Pawar can rake up, you cannot underestimate.
But there are a lot of factors at play. There is a caste card at play as well. I mean, the whole historical Peshwa and the Maratha angle is there. It is manifesting in a different way, but 100%. That is there below the surface. 100%. No leader will directly admit to it, but also there is this OBC agitation, including castes with the OBC. That is a factor.
But so, in urban areas, right, you take Mumbai, you take a bit of Konkan, and you take Nasik. Nasik is where, and Kalyan, MMR, where Raj Thackeray is strong. This entire Raj Thackeray announcement, if it works, because whether you like it or not, the Sena name, right, it is linked to the Thackeray family. That is a fact. I mean, you look at, Uddhavji or Bala Sahib's father who started the party, but whether it is Bala Sahib, whether it is Uddhav, whether it was Raj when he was in the Shiv Sena, undivided Shiv Sena, that Thackeray name is always a part of the Shiv Sena. And that is where, unfortunately, Eknath Shinde is facing some trouble, because while, people might respect him and love him in Thane, in that region, in places like Dadar, Prabhadevi, Mahim, where, Siuri, where there are a lot of, Maharashtrian voters, that is not necessarily converting on the ground. So this is where Raj Thackeray, the gamble, might work off. We'll have to see if Raj Thackeray can transfer his votes, the 50,000, 40,000, 60,000 votes that he has in every Lok Sabha seat, minimum.
Does he have that many votes?
I don't think he has. He has a sympathy at least. Sympathy in the sense he has people who swear on him, who take his name. Okay. So if those 50, 60,000 votes can go from MNS to the N.D.A, to the Mahayuti, then we know that Raj Thackeray is a factor. Because right now, Raj Thackeray is a maverick. We don't know. 2019, he spoke against Narendra Modi and the N.D.A. He was with Sharad Pawar on a stage. Now he's speaking with Mahayuti. So he has to also convince his people, his voters, that, he's a serious player. So that is the main factor. If Raj Thackeray is a serious player, if he takes that even 50% of the old Shiv Sena vote, then it's very difficult to stop the BJP or the N.D.A in the state.
It's a potpourri of alliances, because there are two NCPs.
Correct.
There are two Shiv Senas. There are, of course, one side has the symbol and the other side has some of the cadre, the MPs and MLAs are on one side.
We are right now in an AC room here, somewhere in Mumbai, and we can say right now, I can say that, Ajit Pawar and Ajit Pawar's wife is winning, Baramati right now, right?
Okay.
I can say that, Ajit Pawar or the NCP, Ajit is winning Baramati. I have it on record. As of now, they are leading. But what will happen in the last 3 days of the campaign, some emotional card by Supriya Tai from Sharad Pawar, you never know. So, we can never, unlike UP, unlike Madhya Pradesh, unlike Rajasthan, unlike even Karnataka, where I would say it's pretty comfortable for BJP. we never know if that regional identity is played up, and if Sharad Pawar and even Uddhav Thackeray can play some games, you never know what's going to happen in Maharashtra. That is the regional factor in Maharashtra is very strong because it's all different, right? Mumbai Konkan is, you can say, one belt, Marathwada is one belt, Vidarbha is one belt, and of course Western Maharashtra, which is the Pawar stronghold, that is one belt. This Ajit Pawar alliance seems to be working right now, at least whatever we know with the N.D.A. The vote transfer is happening. At least whoever's Ajit Pawar's voters, they are voting to the N.D.A.
Really?
And vice versa. That seems to be the case.
That seems quite counterintuitive.
It is, but Ajit Dada has a charisma, has a personality, which works. The Eknath Shinde votes whether if a BJP contestant is there in a seat, will a Eknath Shinde or a Shiv Sena voter vote for N.D.A. or Uddhav Thackeray? That is remains to be seen. That is a question mark.
Okay, so basically you're saying that the vote transfer between BJP and NCP will happen both ways.
BJP's voters should vote for any party because
that,
it is
of course,
PM
that is
name.
Modi, yeah. Okay.
But will the non-BJP voters vote for BJP? That is a question. Or especially will an NCP voter vote for Shinde Sena?
Correct.
That is a question. That we don't know.
So I think, there are two aspects.
We have no idea.
There are two aspects to it. One is between the alliance, will an NCP voter transfer votes to BJP? That's one question to ask. Second is, who is the opponent?
Correct. Exactly.
If you have, if it's a Sena voter and if it is Shinde Sena versus Pawar NCP, you will choose Shinde Sena.
100%.
Right? So
100%.
that transfer also has the it's a very weird situation where even the opposition candidate matters.
Here a lot of non-left, let's say, YouTubers and channels make fun of Uddhav Thackeray a lot. But we have to give it to him. He has played his cards very well. Like, First of all, in 2019, he, I think, contested 164 seats or 119 seats, out of which he won 56 in 2019 state elections. And now, Congress right now is the strongest opposition party in Maharashtra. But I don't know what the leaders are doing. They are contesting, how many are contesting?
Seats.
Yeah, they're contesting 17 seats. Sharad Pawar is contesting 10 seats. And Uddhav Thackeray is contesting 21 seats. I don't know what is the Congress doing. Like, Congress is the strongest party in the opposition right now in Maharashtra. All the leaders are joining BJP, from Sanjay Nirupam to Ashok Chavan. I'm hearing a lot more will come. I.N.D.I.A. has, of course, joined the Shinde Sena. A lot more will come. So Uddhav Thackeray has done solid bargaining. He has done very good bargaining. Now the question is, will he be able to get the votes? If he can get even 3 seats, I think that's a good achievement. For Shiv Sena.
Really? 3 seats is
3
an
seats.
achievement?
Yeah, because, that will at least show that he's not without a way. 3 or 4, I think that will at least show that he has a base.
So you really think it will be that bad a performance?
Yeah. I think N.D.A. will get 45 out of 48. So that
really
goes without saying that they will do very well. But I'm saying, unka MV hai, opposition ka jo gad hai, which is interior Maharashtra, rural Maharashtra, places like Nanded, which used to be Ashok Chavan's, this thing, Latur, which used to be Vilas Rao Deshmukh, Amit Deshmukh's, stronghold. These sort of rural areas mein kya hota hai, that suits Congress and NCP. But urban areas like your South Central seat, where Rahul Shewale, the N.D.A. candidate, is having a tough time. South Central, seats, these sort of seats, if Uddhav Thackeray can pull it off, it will mean that he's a serious player, a very serious player.
And do you see a split verdict possible, in the sense that, let's say in Lok Sabha, the N.D.A. alliance does better, but if we assume BMC happens later in the year and state elections also, do you see that N.D.A. will retain Maharashtra, or there is a greater chance of...
So, Vineet, this is a podcast in a podcast. We can talk about it for 2 hours, 3 hours. Lok Sabha mein, for surely, worst comes to worst, N.D.A. will win 35. Worst comes to, let's assume that there is a horrible candidate, something happens, 35 out of 48 will happen. So, BJP, N.D.A. will sweep Lok Sabha. Vidhan Sabha is a main game. Vidhan Sabha, which is in October of 24 this year, that is where the main game is. Because if BJP replaces a Maratha with a non-Maratha chief minister, as in if the N.D.A. removes Shinde...
Why would they do that?
No, if it happens, we don't know what's going to happen. We don't know anything in Maharashtra right now. Then, how will the game get played is a question. Because then Sharad Pawar will play his games in interior Maharashtra. Similarly, if Devendra Fadnavis is not, one of the main faces in Maharashtra in 2019, will the BJP cadres, especially in Mumbai and Nagpur, vote or work as hard for the BJP is a question. Because right now Fadnavis is the is the biggest leader in BJP in Maharashtra, whether you like it or not. He definitely is. And, will people like Vinod Tavre,
Khadse is back.
Khadse is back, but Vinod Tavre could be a big player. Will he come to the state? That is a question again.
Okay.
A lot of unanswered questions.
Okay. And in terms of talking about from Maharashtra going forward to West Bengal, another...
But just coming back to Maharashtra, Vineet, this is again what's important, right? In Madhya Pradesh, right now they have replaced an OBC, Shivraj Singh Chauhan, with a Yadav, which is also an OBC, technically. But I don't know what caste is Shivraj Singh Chauhan, but, an OBC to a Yadav or OBC to even let's say a Scindia.
But Yadavs are OBCs.
Yeah, they are OBCs, but it's a different caste, community. Let's say even if an upper caste or a Brahmin or a chief minister would be from that community, it wouldn't affect the BJP that much. In Madhya Pradesh,
Correct.
Rajasthan as well.
Correct.
But in Maharashtra, the caste of the leadership matters a lot. So that is where, and of course the regional factors. So that is where things get a bit difficult for a party like the BJP in Maharashtra to balance out their national leadership and also their state leadership.
Let's say Shinde Sena isn't able to perform. The chances of BJP doing well in Maharashtra are pretty high. But the other seats,
correct,
right, which is where the opposition will have greater fight, like they can actually put a fight there. Let's say the Shinde Sena is not able to perform as well. What happens then? Are you suggesting this whole CM change thing happening in that scenario?
People have said it's possible. So we'll have to see. Post-election, we'll have to see. The only problem for certain leaders is if you're it's very difficult to change a Maratha to a non-Maratha CM. So it opens the doors if Shinde is removed for a BJP Maratha chief minister. And I don't want to say further, but you know who it rules out and you know who it opens up doors for. So that is why, all the Maratha leaders of BJP, Vinod Tavre is a leader, there are a lot of, Ashok Chavan is a Maratha, Amit Deshmukh, who's right now in Congress, he could join BJP very soon, he's a Maratha. So it opens up doors.
Okay.
It opens up doors.
Okay, I mean,
That's the problem.
Maharashtra and Tamil Nadu are the two states that people have been buzzing the most about.
People see UP में caste हो रहा है, जाति वर्ण होता है. Maharashtra में जितना होता है, like it's you have to just fold your hands and say this is a state where you never know what's going to happen.
So going from the west coast to the east coast, West Bengal, after the Sandesh Khali incident, it seems like BJP is back in the upswing, right?
Yeah.
And people are saying it will be the largest party in the West Bengal seats.
Correct.
And how many seats do you see BJP winning there?
So we'll come to my final tally, or even I think yours is not different. But the final tally is basically based on BJP doing very well in West Bengal, in Telangana, in Tamil Nadu also, and Orissa as well. So these four states, Orissa, West Bengal, Tamil Nadu and Telangana, and little bit of Kerala and these are the states where BJP will improve from. If people ask, how can you say that BJP will improve from 2019 when you did very well in 2019? These are the states: Bengal, Odisha, Tamil Nadu and Telangana.
So how much do you see them win in
I
Bengal?
think Bengal with central forces now, in Bengal, thankfully, and there won't be intimidation or as much intimidation. And I think BJP under Suvendu has strengthened the cadres. I think BJP can win as many as 20 to 25. I would say, I will put my neck out and say the least figure for BJP in Bengal today is 20. 20 to 25 is where, this region is where I will give the BJP. Last time they won 18, this time I think they'll win more.
Okay.
Because, see, what you have to understand is not like the state BJP have done a good job, but it's not like they've done some great things. It's just that there's anger against Mamata Vineet. There's a lot of anger. She has been in power since 2011. So there's 13 years in power. It's like, similarly you say 10 years of Modi ji, which people are getting some people are getting fatigued. So people, it's not like Mamata is she is evil, but it's not like everyone hates Mamata. She has the supporters. She has a TMC base. The Muslims are firmly with Mamata, but there is anger on the ground. And that is what, it is for a party like the BJP to tap into.
But a lot of local BJP cadre after the last state election,
correct,
when they felt betrayed by the central leadership, right? Will they, and they got very highly demoralized after that, right? And in the local body polls, it showed many seats. Of course, the dominant parties in Bengal do have a tendency to win unopposed and all that sometimes. But will they be able to gravitate back after that demoralizing impact of the state election?
I think they will. Again, not because the state or the local leaders in places like Cooch Behar or Sandesh Khali or Nandigram, where Suvendu is from, not because they are like great or, they are very motivated. It is because there's anger. There is significant anger on the ground. And because people are really fed up of this, strong arm tactics. When the women, it's not like the BJP came out in Sandesh Khali. The women of Sandesh Khali, who are mainly Dalit, Adivasi, lower caste, poor, low class and low caste, they came out and they said, what is happening? I mean, this is not acceptable. And that is how BJP is growing. It is the people are really coming out against Mamata. What BJP has to do is get people out, make the people believe, the poor people believe that we are with you, we can fight Mamata. Once that happens, once the local workers of the BJP and the people are, they have a thing in their mind that we can defeat Mamata on the ground, on the streets, not in AC rooms, not in rallies, on the ground. That is when they can emerge. And I think by 2026, you will see a BJP government in Bengal. I strongly believe that.
Wow.
I strongly believe that. Because, it's not like BJP is doing something great. It's just that anger against Mamata is so much. All it requires is a leader. And BJP has a leader now, Suvendu Adhikari. And no workers. That's all.
It does have a leader, but still, don't you think there could be a possibility still of a split verdict? Because the Indian voter has increasingly become very cognizant of separating state and center.
That is
Multiple states.
That is why it happened in 21, where BJP grew from 2 seats to 77 seats. But now I think BJP is in a position to win. I think they're in a position. And, this will be taking the opposition line, but nobody wants, agencies over your head all the time. No leaders want them over your head. So, everybody wants to live a, peaceful life. रात को ठीक से सोना है, 8 घंटे सोना है, या 6 घंटे सोना है. That's it. Nobody wants people on your head all the time.
It seems like this discussion is becoming increasingly Machiavellian, less idealistic, more pragmatic. Like Chanakya would be.
Politics is pragmatic. Politics is very pragmatic. No, I mean, it's a fact. I mean, it happened in Congress also, right? Why did Mulayam and Mayawati and all these people keep on allying or, showing so much respect to Congress in UP?
Outside support.
Why? Because of that. What was Congress in UP? Nothing.
What about Odisha? There was talks of the two parties allying together, Patnaik easing himself out for Pandian in the future and things like that. And then that there would be greater seats in Lok Sabha for BJP. More seats for BJP than before, but
correct.
BJD dominant there in a state. So the alliance didn't happen. So the alliance between the two didn't happen, and they are standing separately. And a few BJP leaders, a few BJD leaders have moved to BJP. So where do you see, and this is a state which it sees as a growing state, right? So how much do you see the BJP win in Odisha, both center and state?
Quickly, so there's a financial analyst friend of mine who has links with many states. So he told me quite some time back, 2 or 3 months back, that BJP and BJD are allying and they will win all the seats, and Modi will get 400 in terms of N.D.A. alliance. So, I mean, he's not into politics. So I told him, you have to be joking. Why would BJP ally with Naveen Patnaik? But it was almost happening. It almost happened. But I think finally sensible, sense took place. And the local BJP Karyakartas and leaders would have told the leadership that, this is not helping us anyway. It might be helping Naveen Patnaik because he can, again, get power in the state elections. This time, not only will, I would say, BJP get at least 13 seats, 13 out of 21, which is, I think they got 8 last time, this time 13 out of 21. I think they have a chance to form the government also in the state assemblies. Naveen Patnaik is a favourite for sure, but I would say BJP has a chance. It is not beyond BJP to form the government. It is 15 years of anti-incumbency.
25 actually. 20. 20.
In between, it was an alliance government. When that alliance broke off, it was, I think, in 2004. So 20 years.
2008, I think, before the
29. Yes, 2009. Correct. Yeah. 2009.
Yeah.
So it is 15 years of Naveen Patnaik without BJP, and I think that's a long time. And I think BJP has a chance to form the government, and I think it'll be a friendly fight. People will fight in the ground, but both the parties will not call each other names, which are unparliamentary.
Okay. Coming to southern India, the state that everybody wants to hear the most,
Yeah.
Tamil Nadu and the Annamalai factor,
Correct.
the NDA, ADMK, DMK alliance, the three alliances fighting each other.
Correct.
What do you see?
Oh, this is very tough to see, because I think what Annamalai and all the BJP cadres that have said consistently, even the analysts have said now, even the pro-DMK analysts are admitting now that BJP or NDA will get more than 20% vote share. That is the main thing, like I've tweeted, as well. Once NDA gets 20% vote share, then you're opening up a world of possibilities. Because ultimately, Tamil Nadu, there is a pro-DMK vote and an anti-DMK vote. The DMK has never formed government by itself as a single party, which you know very well, Vineet. So because of that, they have to get these alliances to come on board. Not a minority vote as well. All the minorities are not much in number in Tamil Nadu. But now the fact that there is a three-corner contest, and full credit to Annamalai, because the central leadership, I believe, was okay with having EPS as as an ally. But Annamalai put his foot down and said, no, we have to contest separately. The fact that it's a three-corner contest, it gives BJP a lot of room, because now all these small parties, let's look at some of the names, right? BJP, of course, TMC, the Tamil Maanila Congress of GK Vasan, AMMK of Dinakaran, OPS, who was the former CM, and PMK, who is of the Ramadas family. And you had one of the Sharad Kumar, I think, merging his party with the BJP. So it's a formidable alliance. And even if they win only 3 or 4 seats, even if they win 2 seats, but if they get 22% vote share, that opens the door for BJP-led NDA to be the main player in 26. And if they emerge as the main opposition in 26 state elections, then the sky is the limit for BJP. Because then the people who are angry with DMK will have to come to BJP. And Annamalai will be the chief minister. If not 26, at least 2031.
I mean, quite honestly, 20% to me seems a little too high. Probably on the optimistic side, I definitely see 12 to 15% and maybe a few seats. There are a few seats where they may be strong. But I personally see that the DMK alliance may sweep because of the the two-way division of the anti-DMK votes. I see a greater possibility of the DMK alliance sweeping simply because this side is going to get divided. In fact, the better the BJP does, it becomes better margins of victory for DMK in terms of seats.
You're 100% right. But in this case, I don't think the leadership is looking only at Lok Sabha. They're looking at Vidhan Sabha also. Right now, the game is to be the main opposition player. So even if BJP wins 2 or 3, I think BJP will win as many as 10. The NDA will win as many as 10 seats. BJP might be 3 or 4, maybe 5. As long as they become the main opposition, that is game, set, match for Amit Shah. Because then they can, emerge as the main player. And 20% is likelihood, not looking at BJP, but looking at NDA. Because, see, what they have in this alliance is they have all the castes, pretty much, all the Hindu communities within your fold. Annamalai is a Gounder, I believe. You have OPS, who's a Thevar.
Yes.
You have, then other parties like PMK, who are Vaniers, who were initially the DMK's first vote base.
TMC is Nadars.
TMC are Nadars. So every single, caste group community is in this NDA alliance. And once that happens, the mistake or the problem for EPS, I don't know if it's a mistake or not, because he also has self-pride, self-respect. EPS does not have a PM face. There's no AIDMK's PM face, unlike in 2014 when Jayalalitha, told her voters that I'm the Prime Minister. Right now, there's nobody. So EPS will struggle, and if he doesn't come number 2, I think AIDMK is going to wither away, and BJP will be the main face. So everything that BJP wants to happen is happening. That is we talked about, right? Why are Amit Shah and Narendra Modi so strong? They're looking at state by state by state, except 2 or 3 states in India. Now they have a foothold in every single state. So we're not looking at BJP just till 24 or 29 or even 34. We are looking at BJP for the next 20 years. I mean, do you really feel Annamalai, once he emerges as either the main opposition face or as the chief minister, do you think he'll go away anywhere? No way. He will remain as Tamil Nadu number 1 or number 2 politician for a long time. So you're looking at BJP with a tremendous ground power, ground support.
Yeah, I mean, the potential definitely exists. Demographically, it is quite a suitable state for a rich harvest in the future. I think 29 and 31 probably is what they are focusing on, because he spent so many rallies. Modi has gone to Tamil Nadu so many times before the Ram Mandir inauguration, after that, now as well. It's so surprising, the level of importance that a leader has given to the Tamil people and the Tamil culture is quite...
Correct.
I have never seen that in any politician or a prime minister before,
You know, the funny thing is, Telangana is actually, as we discussed, right? Telangana is a state where BJP has a higher chance of winning because they have a bigger base there, and
Exactly.
it's a Hindutva, it's a Hindutva laboratory. In 1980, when BJP won 2 seats, or was it 84?
84.
84 when BJP won 2 seats in India. One was Gujarat, Mehsana, and one was Telangana. So Telangana, there is a Jansang, BJP base. So the fact that he's coming to Tamil Nadu shows that he really wants to dispel this north-south divide that the opposition keep, talking about, that BJP is not a North Indian party, etc. Ironically, even in 2019, BJP had the most amount of MPs in South India. DMK had the next biggest, but BJP had the biggest, right? They won 25 plus 1 seats in Karnataka, which is huge, or 26 plus 1 in Karnataka. So BJP had the highest amount of seats, in South India even today, as per the last election cycle. And this time you're going to see BJP for sure getting more than 30, maybe more than 35. And that's game set match. Once you are the number one party in South India or in India from the south, more than, substantially more than the Congress, it's game set match. All these narratives of Modi not being popular in the South India, it goes for a toss. And I think you'll see that in June 4th.
What about the Telugu speaking states? Telangana, Congress has really improved. BRS has, declined. And especially in Lok Sabha now, it seems like it may be more of a bipolar contest.
Correct.
So do you see the BJP improving its tally? Do you see it bettering the Congress? Because Congress is the strongest party right now.
Correct.
So
the biggest surprise, I think, in terms of seats would be Telangana, because BJP right now has 4 seats. One of them is, of course, Bandi Sanjay Kumar, who's the very vocal and, very charismatic leader there. This time you have, Itala Rajendra, who will probably contest again. I think he's contesting. You have a lot of BRS leaders who've shifted. You have flirtations from the KCR family, one of them might join post-elections. So you have a case where it is becoming a bipolar contest, Congress versus BJP. And in every single state in India where it is a bipolar Congress-BJP contest, it helps BJP. And then, of course, theory is doing the rounds that Revanth Reddy is a BJP stooge in the Congress. I don't think that's true. I think that's too much of a statement. But it's helping it. BJP will win at least 10 seats.
10
out of 18 or 17 they have, 17. And if you win 10 out of 17 or 18, I think it's 18, then, you've got, you have a huge...
10 seems too high, don't you think? Because they are
10
one
is a
part of Telangana.
10 is a lower number. 10 is a lower number.
I thought it will be around 7-ish.
I would say it's 10. Because right now, the frustration was not a pro-Congress verdict in Telangana. It was an anti-BRS or anti-KCR family verdict. So BJP did not, they did some mistakes with the leadership fighting. They did some mistakes in the state elections. But now, centre, there's not much of scope, even if leaders fight, because the vote is not for a chief minister, it's for the prime minister. So once you vote for the prime minister, game set match.
In Andhra, actually, the JSP, TDP, BJP alliance, the deal that BJP has got is a good one. 6 MP seats to contest, and 2 of those they've won in the past. It's a good way to expand. So do you see them doing well because of the alliance? You see them get some seats?
Andhra is one state where usually, I don't know, I think the Andhra, the BJP old workers and even the current workers are very disillusioned. Because there's a feeling that, the BJP leadership keeps bending down towards TDP. And TDP is right now going through its weakest phase, in a long time. So I think secretly BJP leadership would be happy if they win as many Lok Sabha seats but lose the state elections. Because if you lose the state elections in Andhra, which is simultaneously happening, then the entire anti-Jagan or anti-YSRCP, the opposition space can be controlled by BJP. And once that happens, you will see TDP as well withering away. But it's a challenge. It's a challenge because Andhra, like Maharashtra we discussed, it's a very caste-ridden state. So you need to, appease the Kammas, the Reddys, the Kapus, it's a very caste-ridden state. It's not easy for the BJP.
Yeah. So
It's tough to say because even though BJP have 6 seats, like you said, many of them are. I think 4 of them for sure are not in their strong areas. So I think maximum they can win 1 or maybe 2 if there is a joint, proper joint rallies and joint alliance. Otherwise, I don't think you can expect much from Telangana right.
they have
From Andhra right.
they have defeated Jagan's mother in Andhra in the past. So, I mean,
But that was in 2014 when there was, I think a more united effort. Now, TDP supporters have attacked Amit Shah's car and a lot of water has fallen under the bridge. So I don't think it'll be easy for this alliance to work on the ground.
okay. In Karnataka, I mean, this whole last-minute alliance with the JDS,
Correct.
and it definitely seemed, and there seems to be this nervousness in terms of how it's going to go in Karnataka, because the Congress local leadership is quite strong, and they are
Right.
putting up a good fight there.
The local leadership is strong again, it's the same concept, right? In the state election, they're strong and they did those guarantees and they worked as a team, despite the clashes between DKS and Siddaramaiah. Center, it's a very pro-Modi vote. See, Karnataka is very interesting for the viewers because Karnataka is a state, even in 2004 when BJP lost, the national election, even in, as far as back as 96, BJP has done very well in the Lok Sabha in Karnataka. Even when they've lost state elections, Karnataka is a state where the Lok Sabha, not just Bangalore, even the rural parts, they've done very well for BJP. So 2009 when BJP lost badly, 2004, 2014, 19 of course. It's a state which is a very pro-BJP state in the national elections. So unless there is, some leaders within, I don't want to name whom, they tell them to defeat this candidate or something like that happens, BJP should win almost all the seats. I think they're contesting 24 seats or 25 seats.
I think they've given just 3 seats.
25, 3. So out of
3.
25 they contest, I think at least 24 they'll win.
Plus, I think 1 seat is a JDS person.
yeah. JDS, brother and
BJP,
son-in-law.
son-in-law
Correct.
of the Devagowda. So,
And JDS will also win because there's no animosity between the JDS leadership or the JDS workers, not the leadership, the workers and the BJP workers. So they should pull it off. That's the thing, Vineet. I mean, when we talk about like this, we went from Rajasthan, MP, UP, we went to the South India, the Tamil Nadu, Telangana. It all seems easy. The problem is, will the BJP voters, especially the middle class voters, the so-called well-to-do or even the not so well-to-do, will they come out and vote on polling day? 2004 it didn't happen. That's the only cause of worry for the BJP. If they come out and vote on polling day, how can they get defeated? It's very tough to see a BJP defeat.
but that's the thing, because this election is a boring election and everybody feels that, they are going to win, they may feel that there is not that existential need to come out and vote.
Correct. And again, on the same point, right? I mean, what we keep discussing, I think people who might be new to Indian politics and seeing us for the first time might think that, hey, it's so easy. BJP have, mastered India. But that's not the case. In state elections, in the same states in Maharashtra, in Karnataka, whenever it goes to vote, in, I think, Haryana for sure, these will be state elections where there will be a contest. It will not be one-way traffic. So that is something that, we have to remember. These are national elections. BJP does very well. State elections, there will be a fight. It will not be a one-way traffic as what we are seeing in Lok Sabha.
Going to your native state, Kerala, forever the BJP is wanting to expand, grow, do something over there, and forever it keeps cribbing that its votes, the opposition votes transferred to the other, and our candidate lost. There's always reasons for why they have lost in Kerala. There are many, a dime a dozen. This time, are there going to be reasons or are there going to be seats?
Well, it's a tough one because 2014 there was a very strong contest by O.P. Rajagopal, who's the Rajagopal, who's the face of the BJP for a long time in Kerala. He narrowly lost to Tharoor. And 2019 BJP is expected to win. Ishanet, one of the main channels in Kerala, had a survey 2 weeks before the elections, which said that BJP is winning by as much as 5 or 7%. So what that did, this is what the theory says. What that did is all the communist voters and the neutral minorities who wanted to defeat the BJP, they all went for Tharoor to make sure that the BJP candidate is defeated. This time there is a strong Christian outreach, despite Manipur, which the BJP have done to the archbishops, to a lot of the clergy. Now, the clergy, a lot of them are on board. The Christian clergy are on board with the BJP. Whether the voters are on board,
Exactly.
that is the question. So, as of today, what I'm hearing on the ground, even from slightly neutral centrist people, are that BJP is winning threshold. And I do believe Suresh Gopi, because of his personality as an actor, as a firebrand actor, as a policeman in many roles, he has that charisma and he's going to win threshold. Trivandrum, Rajiv Chandrasekhar, being a union minister, not having his Rajya Sabha seat extended, term extended. So the people, the message, BJP is trying to send the message to the ground that if you want him as a union minister, if you want a union minister from Kerala, you need to vote for Rajiv Chandrasekhar. So if that message is percolating to the ground and if people, vote to have a minister from Trivandrum, there's a good chance. These two look the best. The other two are Attingal, where another union minister, V. Muralidharan is contesting. He was an MOS in the government. And of course, Patnamthitta, where the son of A.K. Antony, the former chief minister, Anil Antony, he is contesting. Anil, I think, would have a tougher time because, he's quite a fresh new kid in the block. That's a seat where, there is a Christian presence. Whether the Christian community will vote en bloc, that we'll have to see. So, Anil Antony, it's a bit questionable. But if there is a surge within the Christian community, and of course, if the Hindus who voted for Surendran last time vote, who knows? And the other maverick choices are Alapura. Alapura is Shobha Surendran. Shobha Surendran is Ilava by caste. Ilavas are, maximum number in that constituency. Again, who knows if a surprise can be, she's done a social media game beautifully. There's a lot of good reels and campaign material going. If she can pull it off, if BJP get two or more seats, then you will see a lot of the Congress rank and file shifting to BJP after elections. You will see
in Kerala.
Literally an earthquake in Kerala. But that is only if BJP win 2 seats, 1 or 2 seats.
Okay. Right. So with that, we come to our end of our regional dissection. So let's just have a summary of the national numbers. What's the national number that you're projecting for BJP at the N.D.A?
See, this is a tough one because as of today, with a few days left for the first phase, and with the manifesto not yet come out of the BJP, I think it might come out today, the day we are shooting.
The day that we will be putting this up.
Yeah, the day that we are recording this.
Yeah.
It appears that a lot of the seats are still not clear, and BJP have done a few master strokes in the real sense in terms of seat distribution. But BJP have also done a couple of mistakes in terms of giving seats in some states. So the local factor we'll really have to see because this is a very long drawn election. We are starting on 19th April first phase, and we are going to June 1st, the 7th phase. That's a very long election. So anything would happen. I mean, we know what happened in 91 when Rajiv Gandhi, tragically passed away. So a lot of changes could happen. But as of now, I think BJP, a middle figure, or let me give you a very broad figure. I would say BJP anywhere between 290 and 350. I know it's a huge figure and it's a very conservative estimate to say 290 and 350. But I think, if I have to say a smaller figure, it would be BJP would be around 335, around 320 and 340. Or you can say 330 and 340. I would say BJP around 335 with, 30-40 odd to the N.D.A. So it would be around 375, 380. There are chances for more if, like we mentioned in Kerala, if a lot of seats go up, in Orissa, if things go up, in Bengal, if things go up, then BJP could reach as much as 350, 360. The higher figure of BJP, I would say, is 360, 365. If that happens with the allies, with your Shiv Sena Shinde, with your AGP, your AMMK, PMK, all the allies in Tamil Nadu, you can go up to 400. 400 is not out of the question, but I think right now it looks a bit tough. But if N.D.A. reaches 400, then you will have a tectonic shift in Indian politics. You will have a case where, BJP is the be-all and end-all of politics for the time being. And you will find the Congress withering away. You will probably find a new Congress breaking up. And you will find, something big happening. But again, as of right now, because there's a bit of complacency, there's, there's माहौल नहीं बना रहे, like there's not much things happening on the ground. माहौल नहीं दिख नहीं रहा अभी. Maybe post Ram Navami there could be a माहौल, but that is what we are seeing right now.
I mean, I also see a possibility of 330, 335 and 370 mark going because of the alliance.
Yeah.
But that's the kind of number I see mostly, I think.
But Vineet, what is very important is Congress. Congress, I do not think will cross 40. That is
Really?
I really do think that the Congress will not cross 40. Their upper limit would be 45 if they do really well, and thanks to allies like DMK and other allies across the board. In Rajasthan, if they can play the caste card and if it works. But I think Congress is anyway going to be between 25 and 35. I think their average figure, or 25 and 40, the average figure would be 35, 34, 35. So they will have their lowest ever tally in history. And once you go below 40, you and I know that splitting that party is not that tough, because you need a 2/3 majority to split that party, in the upper house. So no matter who you make as the leader of the house, you get 2/3 of 35, you can split the party. So, I mean, if you can split Uddhav Sena and Sharad Pawar, then it's not that tough to split the Congress.
Okay. So, and lastly, do you see a a lot of the people, this 2004 verdict,
Correct.
there was India shining and feel good factor.
Correct.
BJP cadres have, it's become a mythology. It's literally in their looms large in their imagination.
Correct.
Is there that fear that when they expect that they will win, and it's just gets wiped out, the carpet under their feet? Is that fear there?
There is definitely a fear. There is definitely a fear that 2004 can be repeated. In fact, 2 BJP leaders told me that, they are wary of that happening. 2 BJP leaders in the last 2 weeks have told me that. So they have a concern, but the difference is that in 2004, you had, with due respect to Atalji, he was of a elderly age. He could barely walk properly. He needed a wheelchair to walk, to, go around. And you had a divided house, in the BJP. You had Advani, faction. You had an Atalji faction. Advaniji, of course, wanted to be Prime Minister himself. You had a Pramod Mahajan faction. You had, different factions. Right now, you might have factions in the middle level, but at the top, you're either with Narendra Modi and Amit Shah or you're out. It's very clear. So because the central leadership of the BJP is so strong, so meticulous, so tough, which, contests a municipal election like as though it is a last election, I don't see any chance of 2004 being repeated. The good part for BJP is the difference between BJP and Congress is so big that even if BJP comes down in seats, it is almost impossible for Congress to forget win, even make a contest of it.
Right.
That's influence.
Okay. With that, we come to the end of today's long conversation. It's been great, bro, to have you on the show.
And it was a very long conversation.
Yeah, it's been a fantastic experience. Of course, covering Indian politics is it's a very complex thing, and a cephalogist's dream or nightmare, depending on how you see it. But
I don't think I've spoken so much, Vineet, in the last 10 years of my life in one day.
Well, I feel happy that I have been the cause for it. What should I say?
Yeah.
With that, we come to the end of today's show. Please don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel. And do let us know your thoughts on this very special episode and how you found this discussion between me and Suraj. Until next time, see you around. And always remember, Dharma rocks.